All right, hi, I'm Eddie with EV Fix Me.
And I'm Don with N2itive, and we're here today over in Costa Mesa, California to install our new RSX lowering links. And we just got a big order of those in, so we're going to test them out on one of their cars here.
And these are nice shiny links that Don has brought over. And you know, this is going to be really cool.
And the install is super simple, but we're just going to take you through it step by step. So here we have the original Tesla sensor link. And this is our new N2itive link, which you can see is adjustable. And to adjust it, what you do, you use this included 1.5 millimeter Allen wrench. You loosen the set screw here. And when it's in the car, you can adjust it as well. So let's pretend it's in the car right now. What I can do is turn the sleeve, and I can line up. You can see there's measurement. I don't know if you can see it on the camera here, but there's a measuring scale on this piece here is called a top head. There's a measuring scale on the top head, and then you've got a measuring scale on the sleeve. So what I can do is, let's say 0.0, I can line that up with the line here on the top head, and that will be at whatever measurement it says on the top head. Now let's say if I want to make it a little longer to drop the car, I can go around one full turn, and that changes it exactly 1 millimeter on the link. But you can also set it in between that. So let's say you don't want to do 5 millimeters and 6 millimeters is too much. You can always dial it in. You can find, say, 0.05 or 0.04 and dial it in, again, lining it up with the scale on the top head there. Right, so once you have the setting that you want, you would tighten this down. Give it a good little snug, not too much. It is a small set screw, so we don't want to strip it, but at the same time you don't want it to come loose. So give it a little snug like that, and you're set. And this can swivel here, so no matter what, it will automatically swivel into place for you. And again, you can do this in the car, or if you can do it, if you can preset it to what you think you want ahead of time, that's great. Maybe it's a little easier, but you can easily do it while it's in the car as well. These are our locking pins. So this comes out. So you snap this in place. Once it's in place, you put the locking pin back. This comes around the back side of the neck there like that, and it snaps in place. So this holds it in place. It will never pop out by itself. And that's that.
Nice. Cool. And I noticed that your locking pin is a lot more, it's easier to grab and it's actually easier to lock. I know that there's some other ones, other lower links from other companies. Their locking pins are very hard to lock in because they don't have any grip that you can actually lock it in.
Right.
And yours, it makes it a lot easier for us to actually pull it out, take it out, and snap it back in.
Right. Yeah, we actually put a lot of thought into the locking pin. As crazy as it seems, it's such a simple piece. But we wanted to make sure that you could actually work with it with your fingers and not need to use some kind of needle nose pliers or something like that. And then this extra little hump here, it actually provides an extra like spring clamp. That's why it's not just perfectly round. It goes like this and then around again. So it gives it an extra clamping force to make sure it stays in place.
Yeah, I love how you're measuring. You have the measuring millimeters right here. Makes it a lot easier for us to do the adjustments. Also, instead of using like a ruler or even a caliber ruler and do the measurements, because we usually extend from the factory. We usually extend about 10 more millimeters, and with 10 more millimeters, you usually drop it about 1 inch lower. So every 5 millimeter brings about half an inch lower. And then yours, we don't need this. We could just see it, bring it up to 5 millimeters. It depends on what they want. 5 millimeter, they want a sport drop. 10 millimeter longer, they want a racing drop. And it's just a lot easier for us to even like set it up, lock it, put it in. Makes the install for us a lot easier. And it's actually made a lot nicer than our other ones that we've been using. Good job.
Thank you. Yeah, so, and you'll notice too, on the top head scale, there's a 0 point, and then when you go into the negative numbers, which actually makes it longer, that's going to drop the car. You can also go into the positive numbers with this if for whatever reason you wanted to raise your car or use it for calibration purposes. But we give you 5 millimeters worth of adjustment range for that. So to raise the car, you would be going shorter with the link.
Oh yeah, yes. And then I noticed that you have them in red and also in black. What's the difference?
Yeah, so it's just a different finish. This has the black ones have a really strong electroless nickel plating finish, and they look awesome. The red ones are great too. Either way, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, now I gotta do my car next time and swap mine out with these. Cool. All right. So we're installing the N2itive lowering links, and we're doing the rear first. The rear, when you do it, most likely you don't have a lift. So what you gotta do is take out the rear wheel and access to the lowering links. And what I like to do first is go from the control arm first to actually pull it out. And right now this car currently have the control arm from N2itive. They have the arms and also the control arms and also the arms. So now to complete the setup, we're gonna do the lowering links. And all you do, start from the control arms. You don't want to start from the link, from the sensor, because you might, if you do it from here, you might put too much stress on the arms. So start from this one first. All you do, just pop it out. And from here, hold the arm and just pop it out. And that's how simple it is. So now we're going to remove the front lowering links on this car, and typically you don't need a jack or anything. Just put your car up really high on high mode if you have the air suspension. If not, then you got to take out the wheel. But this car here, we're just going to do it on a lift because we're at the shop. And it's really easy. If you don't have a lift, your car should be up pretty high. And from here, just get a pick like this one. Get it from the edge and just pull. That's it. So for the second part, hold the sensor arm, this green plastic piece of here, so you won't break it and put too much stress. Hold it and just pop it out. So now we're going to install the lowering links, the N2itive one, and there's two sizes. The shorter one goes in the front and the longer lowering links goes in the back. So don't get those confused. So here's the shorter one and here's a safety clip. There's already a spring clip inside already, like a little safety one, but this is extra precautious. What you do is just align it here, not all the way through, just enough where it holds the pin in. Clip it in, and then get this, and scoot it upwards, and slowly go, there it goes, it's all the way in, and then we check it in, there it goes, we got the top. We're going to install the bottom one, and what you do is get the safety clip, find the hole, which is right here. If you can see it, it's right there. Don't put it all the way through. Just so it just hangs there and guides, right there. Once you get that, turn it like this, snap it in. Like that, and then push this all the way through. There you go, and clips it on. Make sure to double check your work, make sure everything's clipped on. You don't want this to fall off. Everything looks good, and we're done with the front. Okay, now we're installing the rear lowering links. And what you could do to make it a little easier to snap it on is put a little lube on the ball joints right here. So, get the lower link. And snap it in. And lock it in right here. And then now, you can lock it in. Like that. And then put the pin in. Snap it. There we go.